What's up, Sagittarius? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead in terms of messages and energy. February 24th, 2025. I hope all is well, Sagittarius. We're going to cleanse the energy here from just on Scorpio's messages for the week. I'm using a ROHRIG Tarot to deliver your messages, not reading any reversals. We're just going to jump right into this energy here to see what's coming up for Sagittarius. All right, so what is the messages for my archers here? What's coming up for Sagittarius? Welcome any new subscribers. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Energies here for Sagittarius. What's the messages here for Sagittarius? All right, let's cut the deck here, Sagittarius, and begin your messages for the week. All right, so we're going to start off with the first card for you, Sagittarius, and we're going to start off with your own energy, the Temperance card. What a way to open up the week. All right, so this is a card that always represents balance. It's a restoration of balance. So maybe, last week you were thrown off balance, and it doesn't have to be significant, of an imbalance. Maybe there was just something going on that wasn't, suitable for you. Now this week here just levels everything down for you, restoring that balance that you may have lost recently, bringing back that peace that you may have lost. This is also, too, having to pull all that energy in and focus the energy on yourself this week, okay? Maybe you have been extending your energies out to family members, friends, romantic partners, and whatnot, neglecting your own needs and your own wants. Now this week here is optimal for you to pull back momentarily just to focus on yourself, knowing what your worth is, what your value is, and what it means to those people that you extend your energy out there to, right? The Temperance card represents relationships, and definitely is a very good card to start off with. Major Arcana, Temperance starts Sagittarius's energies off for the week. Very positive. This also, too, let me say that I always say the Temperance and Empress is those cards that I refer to Mother Nature. Of course, you could be just spending some time outdoors this week enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty. Up next now we have Indolence. Indolence is Eight of Cups. Now, again, this is still the type of energy where you're walking away from it. So this is going to be a no drama week for some of you Sagittarians out there. Maybe, again, the reason why the Temperance card, your own energy, showed up as the very first card. So maybe there was something going on last week that you were dealing with in any capacity, and now that energy settling down this week here, and you're moving away from it, and you're just, moving forward, okay? So it's a no drama week for Sagittarius with the Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Swords now comes through, okay. Nine of Swords is cruelty, it says on the card here, so it's some sort of extreme energy here of having to deal with conflicting energies that are internal, external, whether it has to relate to your recent or distant past here. It mirrors over here to the Temperance card, so thank God that Temperance card showed up here. So whatever issues that you got going on here that needs to be cleared up, I feel that you will be successful in having to rid yourself of anything that can come out of the Nine of Swords, if it's something that affects or impacts you this week. Typically, the Nine of Swords just relates to either things of being betrayal, it's doing some sort of pain and suffering, and the pain and suffering can be done in silence here, where no one else knows what the hell's going on with you and stuff, seeking some sort of relief. Again, going back to the internal, external energies that are unresolved from your distance or recent past. When you're seeking some sort of relief, it could be through prescription medications, because this card always relates to an extreme amount of worry, overthinking, nervousness, all kinds of tension. So I also assign this could be being lied to extremely by someone or others. It could be someone cheating on you or having affairs, shaming you, psychological abuse, mental abuse. It could be emotional, physical abuse. This is a very powerful card when it comes to its energy. And, like I always said in previous readings, when the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the Tower shows up, it's here for a reason. everybody is not going to be affected or impacted by this Nine of Swords, but it only shows up here for that person that comes along, or persons that comes along and sees this card in the video, and I'm explaining it to the best of my ability of why it's here and how it may be affecting them, or could be something that impacts them during this week's energy. Okay, so you want to work on these energies here as much as you can, reducing the conflicting energies, whether it's internally, or it's involving external events, or other people. Do the best that you can, because you don't want this energy to linger around, because it just creates more chaos for you, and uncertainty, confusion, definitely. All right. Also, I mentioned in the past too, whenever this card shows up here, Sagittarius, if it doesn't, if the Nine of Swords comes through and it doesn't relatively affect or impact you this week, then it may be that you're connected to somebody who, I always say, that person then is incarcerated, and then of course it's their Nine of Swords energies. But you know what, let me throw a clarifier on that Nine of Swords while I'm thinking about it. Okay, why did the Nine of Swords show up here for Sagittarius? What is the issues here? What is going on here? What is the unresolving conflict or the chaos? If the court card shows up here, it's direct correlation to someone that you're dealing with, or this person has extended that energy of the Nine of Swords outwardly to you. Okay, so let's see what is going on. Why is the Nine of Swords here? What is it could be just simple overthinking about a situation, person, or event as well. So let's see what's going on. All right, so the reason why it could be here is, someone could be just worried about something going on with legal affairs or legal issues. This is the Justice card, Major Arcana. Feeling like your, justice hasn't been served to you in some sort of fashion, or some shape or form or way. Or you're still waiting, or maybe this is something that relates to something that was done to you in your recent past, in some sort of injustice. Okay, so now keep in mind that the Justice card is still a very positive card to have, but I asked for clarification as to why the Nine of Swords showed up here in your spread. And I feel that the Nine of Swords is for any Sagittarius that I'm reading for, having to have dealt with some bad legal issues, or wasn't represented right when it came to any types of litigations. Something wasn't in your favor, okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be anything involving anything legal, but something is also telling me something was not quite in your favor. That could be a relationship that went sour or south. That could be anything related to it. I'm just giving you an examples. It could be maybe a job, maybe there was a releasing from a job, or maybe there was something else that was going on related to some sort of things not being in your favor. However, the Justice card, being the positive card that it is, Sagittarius, I always say that it's, things being in your favor, things that weren't correct for you turning out to be correct. But you have to keep in mind here, I'm clarifying this Nine of Swords, and this is the messages that I'm coming up with. Something was not in your favor, and it's created some sort of Nine of Swords energies for you. Okay, so following the Justice card here for you, Sagittarius, now we have the card of happiness, the Nine of Cups. Wow. Okay, so the Nine of Cups wants to surface here in your spread. So the Nine of Cups is, of course, the wish fulfillment card. Anything that you may be wishing for, praying for, may manifest for you this week. Okay, it's not an even number of cups, but emotionally, what you put out there is what you're going to get back in return. And then also, too, I equate the Nine of Cups with the Star card, right? So hopes, wishes, and dreams becoming manifested. Social media, social networking. To receive this card is in a group of cards that I always say, if it shows up in your spread, then there is some benefit that you are definitely receiving from those people that you are close to or connected to. That which can be family members, friends, romantic partners. All right, following the Nine of Cups here, now we have the futility, and this is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is standing your ground, not my ground, your ground. So any actions or decisions that you have to make this week, I'm sorry, I see already, I got to pay attention to these cards here. The Seven of Swords is futility. This is not the Seven of Wands. So let me reverse that. I messed up on, I believe it was Cancer's video with the very first card of the Ace of Cups, and then looked at it. It looked like the Ace of Wands. So I started reading the Ace of Wands energy. So I'm paying more attention to what I'm turning over here, making sure that I'm not making any mistakes. So the Seven of Swords, Sagittarius, is those people that I always talk about. Could be those people from, family that you distance yourself from. It could be ex-romantic partners, and definitely friends that you have cut off along the way that created nothing more than just chaos and conflict for you. So they may not be physically around you, but their energy here is lingering. So that means that if the energy is lingering, that the energy of the person who created some sort of chaos and conflicting energies for you may, represent themselves. So making sure that you are using your best judgment here, be discerning here to know that these people aren't going to recreate something more beautiful and loving for you moving forward. No, they're just going to create more conflict and chaos because they have not resolved any conflicting, chaotic energies within themselves. Also, if it's not that type of engagement here for you, Sagittarius, this week, what you thought you lost, put down, forgot about, material-wise, those things always seem to resurface with the Seven of Swords. All right, following the Seven of Swords here, Sagittarius, now we're going to move on to the Queen of Wands. So this is you. Underneath the Temperance card here, Queen of Wands is all about that attraction, that passion, that intensity. So it's a court card, physical. What you're focused on this week, you usually go after it, whether it's a relationship, whether it's just, whatever you're going to be passionate about. It could be a project, could be something creative or artistic, because the Queen was sending that burst of energy to help any Sagittarius along the creative pursuit. Okay, very intense, very passionate, and definitely she can express herself in a sexual manner, which is usually positive. Okay, so that's the Queen of Wands. Up next here for you, Sagittarius, we have the Princess of Disc. Okay, so the Princess of Disc, I have to be careful here because the Prince of, say, if the Prince of Disc was turned around, it would be the King of Pentacles. So for some strange reason, the creator decided that the princes would be the pages. All right, so the Princess of Disc is the page. But if you look at this card here, right, you can see the big belly here. This reminds me automatically of the Empress. So I'm going to say this just for this, for visualization. There could be an aspect of someone, who is pregnant now, or someone who finds out that they're pregnant. For others, this is a job offer, okay? Or it could be a contract offer. Or it also could be a concept of a start of a business idea. All right? So, wow, look at that big belly there. Following the Princess of Disc here, now we have the Three of Swords. So, I'm going to throw the clarifier on this Three of Swords because you already received the Nine of Swords, and ironically, it sits underneath that Nine of Swords too. Three of Swords is always about separation, grief, and heartache. Now, the typical meanings for this Three of Swords is divorce, pending divorce, third party in play. When it comes to romance, conflicting energies with family members, friends, still could be conflicting energies with romantic partners. Romantic partners that are still together, but there may be some sort of distance that separate them. I always throw in pets, because if pets get lost, then the family is left grieving. What else can I say about the Three of Swords? Three of Swords is here again for that Sagittarius or two who will know exactly why the Three of Swords as well as the Nine of Swords is in this spread. Something going on here, but you can also look at the reduction of working on the energies of the Nine of Swords down to the Three of Swords. But whatever the event or the situation is, for some of you is still painful. Okay, will be painful. hurtful. And just because the Three of Swords is here, I must say this, Sagittarius, it doesn't mean that it's going to affect or impact every Sagittarius that I'm reading for. I have to be clear about that, okay? They only show up here for a specific reason, and that's for that one or two persons that come along and know exactly how to relate to these energies. But let's throw a clarifier on this Three of Swords. Why did the Three of Swords show up here? Now, of course, a court card shows up. Then it's a direct impact on an actual person, causing the Three of Swords energy. It may not be you, but it may be somebody else that you're dealing with. We didn't draw, following the Pentacles here, the page of Princess of Disc. That could mean a separation from employment for anyone. It could be someone also too retiring from work. All right. Just additional messages that I'm picking up here. Separating. And then the Three of Swords energy would be the, the hurtful. If you're leaving a job for another job or whatever, or you're retiring, then it's those people that you have, met along the way, became friends with, and could be, similar to your family or whatnot, and it's hard to break away from that type of energy. It's painful, okay? All right, so it could be the reason. Yep, there we go. I said if a court card shows up here, it's a direct impact. Now, this is your energy here, Sagittarius, so there could be a Sagittarius dealing with a separation, divorce, a breakup. This is you, the Knight of Wands. And because of the fast-paced energy of the Knight of Wands, whatever is happening very, very fast. It's occurring very, very fast, or it will be occurring very, very fast. So this is a person who may have been introduced or introduced someone into a third party when it comes to love and romance. This could be the person that you're having conflicting energies with, and it's a family member. It could be a co-worker. It could be a friend. All right. Wow. Following the Knight of Wands here for you, Sagittarius, now we have the Prince of Cups. Prince of Cups in this case is the King of Cups, father of all love. Of course, nurturing, caring, supportive. I want you to take a look at the last several cards here that were drawn, all people cards, right? And what lands on the Three of Swords is your own energy, the Knight of Wands. So there may be some sort of significance here. Okay, but anyway, the Prince of Cups, the King of Cups, is the father of all love, male energies. So it represents males of all types. And so it could be your husband, your boyfriend, your father, your grandfather. If it's the male that's watching it, it could be your brother, your grandfather, your daddy, your best friend, whatever. These people are loving, caring, and nurturing. The King of Cups is also very favorable when it comes to intuition. So make sure that you're paying attention to your intuition this week, Sagittarius. I always say that the first instincts or the first impressions that you get in your gut is the correct answer. The inner voices that you hear, he's here to help guide you to make the right choices, during this time. Also, too, maybe more importantly for those Sagittarians, because we go back up here to the Seven of Swords, futility, making sure that you're trusting yourself, being discerning about any potential of people that you disconnected yourself from. They are still lingering around and may show up, just create more conflict and chaos for you. Okay, so the Prince of Cups is still in a group of cards with the, as well as the Nine of Cups. You are receiving some benefit here, Sagittarius, from those connections that you are already involved with. But also, too, the Prince of Cups can unite romantic partners as well as platonic friends, okay? So the very last card that I have for you after the Prince of Cups, King of Cups, now we have the Knight of Cups. Oh, the whole bottom row is nothing but people. And on top of that Three of Swords is your energy. Ooh. These two are facing in the direction of this Three of Swords. Okay, I don't want to just stick to that Three of Swords energy. But I think there's something significant here going on here. But that Knight of Cups here is for the Sagittarius that I'm reading for, specifically who are already in committed partnerships. And if you ask the question, does this person love you? Yes, they do. You're getting out of it what you're putting into it. Could be the Knight of Cups, could be that third party in play here. It mirrors over here to this Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords. Of someone being introduced into a romantic partnership. And maybe that's the injustice that a Sagittarius that I'm reading for is experiencing or will be experiencing here. Remember, the Justice card landed on the Nine of Swords, the card of overthinking, nervousness, tension. Okay. Also, the Knight of Cups, Sagittarius, could be a job offer. The Knight of Cups, like the Prince of Cups, specifically though, the Knight of Cups can bring together romantic partnerships. All right, so this is your energy for this week here. I hope I was explaining the energies. Oftentimes I explain energy to the best of my abilities. It's just me interpreting these messages here, Sagittarius. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Sagittarius. Remain smiling. All will be well, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.